But yeah, this is by the same channel that we watched yesterday, the Extra History channel. It's the Dobar-chu. Dobar, yeah. Again, still bad with pronouncing every possible name. Gonna butcher every single name in the book. This is the monstrous otter of Irish folklore. Let's see. Let's see what this all about. Let's see why otters are so strange to these people. Because I love otters. Otter. If I could have any like exotic pet, I guess they would be called. It would be an otter. I wouldn't want like a fox or what is it? A possum or pheasant or anything like that. I'd want an otter. Otters are so much fun, but they are also like dangerous if you fuck around with them.
The northwest of Ireland, County Leitrim, there's a freshwater lake about a mile long called Loch Glenad, and it's a fine lake. A smooth sheet of blue, a mirror to the heavens, wrapped up in the warmth of the long green mountains. Truly a beautiful place to visit and
So
a
serene.
beautiful place to die.
I don't know. I would dying in a serene, beautiful place. Is that really the worst place to die? I could think of a lot worse places, like a back alley or something like that. Getting stabbed at a Dunkin' Donuts or whatever, and you end up just ganked. You're going out for coffee. You're going out for just a quick meal, and you end up just done. That'd be worse. I wouldn't mind dying in the mountains. Especially if it's an animal. That's just nature, bud. That's just nature.
And our story today begins at that lake. It's a tale of a husband.
I love like the simplistic
each forced to decide
the
just how
simplistic
far
art
to
style
go
because it's really
in
good and it
their love.
explains a lot though.
For instance, kill a person. How about kill an otter? Well, one of each of them will do just
Kill the otters and the bloodline. Extra mythology.
Big ol' thanks to Factor for helping to keep us well-fed fast. In the
Hey.
18th century, young
Also, they keep their sponsorships and ads very short. I don't even have to worry about that. That's such an easy. That's such a short thing. Oh my
on
god.
the shores of Loch Glenad in Ireland, along with her husband, Ter McLaughlin. Now, Ter can be short for either Terrence or terrible tragedy. And in
Oh,
the reading
okay.
of today's
That makes
tale,
sense.
It was sadly both.
Terrible
One
man.
day, Grace went out to wash their laundry in the
About
lake.
to die.
But hours passed without her return. That's strange.
Dude needs a
Don't do
shave.
that much laundry. So, a concerned Ter rode out after her on horseback. And what awaited him when he arrived at the water's edge? Oh, by God, the things he saw.
Is she dead?
He saw
No, the
faces,
blood, the blood.
blood and violence. He saw his wife lying dead on the shore, and he saw an otter.
Yeah. That happens. Your wife goes to do some laundry and she gets killed by an otter along the way. It happens. It happens to the best of us, Sometimes you're looking right and shit just goes left.
Squat atop Grace, fangs harvesting blood from her body. Oh, and this otter was monstrous, as big as a dog and white as the pale moon, except for a black cross splashed across.
It's the
back of its fur.
Antichrist
A
otter.
truly horrendous sight. Although it's not
This otter is the spawn of Satan. This otter is the bringer of destruction.
like a normal otter drinking his wife's blood would have been any better, but you get where I'm going, right? And just a
Fair.
moment
Yeah, I
later,
mean,
the
anything
otter
drinking your wife's
his
blood
horn,
kind of would be a
Ter's horse caught a glimpse of his
persona non
tail,
grata.
throwing him off and bolted.
Yeah,
Judgment.
yeah.
Gee,
That's a smart
that was
donkey.
surely the most terrifying moment of Ter's life. But he didn't panic. He didn't scream. He didn't cry. Because while he didn't know exactly what he'd just seen, he did know what to do about it. This
Kill it.
otter had killed his wife.
Yeah, kill it.
This otter must die.
Blood for blood, blood for the blood gods. We must. It's an eye for an eye. We must duke it out. Meet me at the basketball court at 3:00.
Ter grabbed his rifle, aimed directly at the creature, and fired.
Oh,
If it was true,
I pulled out and
the
just started
fatal
blasting,
wound,
as my
the
goat,
blood-soaked beast
Frank would
keeled
say,
over and keened
from
its
It's Always
downward
Sunny.
into the water. So far, so avenged. But there was something odd about the otter's cry, more of a long, sharp squeal, really, that broke the calm of the lake like a
Uh-oh.
rock. Aftershocks shuddered along the surface.
Does it
and
cause
smoke
Does it cause like a
from
tsunami?
its
No.
liquid
Oh, it brings out its
filled waters below.
That's not good.
Suddenly, a second otter
Yeah.
came storming out of the water.
That's my wife.
Same white fur.
You killed my wife for killing your wife. Now I'm gonna kill you. It's the circle of life.
Same black cross. In fact, the only real difference was this one was mad. Okay, maybe his horse had the right idea from the jump, he thought. And Tur turned tail and ran all the way home.
This guy said no to that. I would too. The other, you just got jumped by an
In
otter.
his village, he told all of his neighbors what had happened.
Yo, you won't believe this shit.
Until he was finished, and then responded with the incredibly helpful, "Oh, you're screwed." For the thing
They said, good for you.
No otter. It was the Dobar-chu, otherwise called
Who's that cryptid?
Father of all otters, aka King of all the lakes.
Those are some dope ass epithets. I'll tell you what. This is father of all otters. Gosh, this is like the Adam of otters, and the king of all the lakes. Okay, I guess Nessie better move over. We got Dobar-chu over here. It really does sound like a Pokemon. It's because it says Chew at the end, like Pikachu. I just realized that this is an actual Pokemon cryptid. Why have they not made this? Why have they not done this yet? This is a cash grab waiting to happen. Come on, Pokemon.
Legend said he commanded an army of 100 common otters. He never sleeps, that his skin was magic, and that when he ran at top speed, his nose could split rocks. Okay,
Oh.
yeah. Good for the master otter and all, but Tur had just
Master.
the damn thing. Like, so why did his neighbors still think he was screwed? Well, they explained, because of the second otter, the one who saw Tur holding the gun over the master otter's corpse.
Yeah.
Was another master otter. Oh,
Yeah, dude. Every king has a queen. What are you talking about? If the dude's like, what? Two? I killed it. It's whatever. Not like there's a second one that popped out 5 seconds later to try and kill you. But hey, do your best, man. Try and cope. Try and huff on that copium there. That was it. What type of idiot thinks? Oh yeah, I killed one of them. I should be fine, dude. There's a second one, and it's probably even angrier because you killed its mate.
oh yeah.
Now it's beef. Now it's on site.
More than one. This one was surely the first master otter's wife. It was then Tur understood.
I called it. I knew it was his wife. I told you. It's always the wife. One wife kills another wife. The husband kills the wife of the other, whatever, the otter, and circle of life, baby.
But he knew full well what it was like to lose one's love, to be all consumed by the desire for vengeance. And
Yeah.
he knew exactly what was coming, for it was exactly what he had done. Run! Cried the neighbors.
Coming to get you.
Run for your very life. Leave this place and never look back. Oh, and very sorry about Grace, by the way. It's terrible.
Yeah. Sorry your wife died.
Have the right
Time to
idea.
go into hiding.
So happened
Witness protection from an otter.
Also just wandered back to Tur.
Oh, I use my
ready to show
donkey.
him the virtues
That's
of
not a
running
donkey.
away. Upon this horse,
That's not your donkey. That's not a horse. That's a donkey. Watch that donkey have the otter inside him.
Tur fled, accompanied by his brother Gilmartin. Because let's be real, you can always count on family to help you run away from an otter, right? But
Yeah,
just
bros.
two. Well, they didn't really
He just signed his own brother's death warrant. I'm just saying. His brother's gonna die first. I'm calling it.
know. All the way to the Irish Sea, perhaps. The Atlantic Ocean? How far would they have to go to outrun Tur's death at the webbed paws of a widowed mistress otter sworn to revenge? I mean,
Widowed.
hath no fury as furry as this. Right?
He is maidenless.
Through muck, mud, and mire, the wronged Dobar-chu.
You are maidenless. You have something to bond over.
Was barking like a siren, deafening the night. But after about 20 miles of hearing
Woof,
his
woof, woof,
impending
woof,
doom
woof.
behind him, Tur decided he was done running. Because honestly, where would it end? No, he would.
You were running. You were on the run for like 15 minutes, and you were like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna kill this otter. What are you talking about? I'm master of a lake. I'm just a guy with a gun. I'll still kill this thing. It doesn't. I killed its wife with a gun. Why doesn't it? I think it would die with a gunshot too.
Stop and fight. Maybe that's just the
Time to prove this theory.
kind of person he was. Maybe he thought that's what Grace would have wanted, or maybe he
My
came to
wife.
the realization
That is my wife.
because I'm scared of an otter. That's very silly. So, at a place called Castle Garden Hill, the brothers dismounted and prepared to make their final stand. They sharpened their knives and cleaned their guns. Even Tur's cowardly horse, who had honestly been running his whole life, stood his ground to fight. Well, sort of. See, Tur ordered him to stand as a diversion in the road to delay the Dobar-chu's rampage.
Dude just sacrificed his donkey to the otter. He just said, "You stay, no matter what happens, no matter if it runs fast enough, it will split a boulder in half. You think your donkey's gonna stop it? He's gonna run in half and split your donkey. It's gonna be like the first scene from The Boys where A-Train runs through Huey's girlfriend, and he's just holding their hands. We're just gonna see these little nubs of feet remaining below him, while everything else up here is just gone. It's just gonna be split in half, like when Mihawk split the galleon at Baratie. You know, it's just not a good plan, man. He lost his wife. I get it. He's distressed, but it doesn't mean you need to offer up your donkey as a sacrifice.
Even if it meant his own death. Not exactly what the horse had in mind, but, you know, sure, whatever.
The horse is like, you sure, bud? Should I? You really want me to die? You're telling me to die. Fantastic.
So with the brave diversionary equine out in the open, the men hid, locked and loaded.
That's so brutal. That's so... And how do you know that it's not just going to find you?
Otter getting louder and louder by the second, until suddenly its source was upon them. That horrible face Tur had seen by the lake, white fur, whiskers sharp as razors, that little black teddy bear nose.
Oh, yo, just a cute boy. He's just a cute boy. Look at that face. He's just a cute boy.
Was here. Her gleaming eyes clapped on the man who had killed her husband. Only thing in the way was a big old bag of horse meat, but that was no trouble.
Oh my god. Pretty much, yeah, I'm gonna split this thing in half.
Air like a missile towards Tur's brave four-hoofed companion.
No!
Out to drill a hole through the horse's belly. But before you could say glue factory, Tur McLaughlin pounced from behind the
no, not the glue factory. Terrence said, no, not my horse, my donkey, my loyal steed.
Shrubs and drove the point of his dagger into Mistress Otter's heart.
What happened to the... Wait, did he drop the gun? I think he dropped the gun. That's why he doesn't have the gun. Why did you ask someone else for a gun at that point? I'm sure you're... What are you, the only guy in town that owns a fucking gun? Your brother didn't have a gun?
He hit the ground dead. Oh, here's the nightmare.
Oh.
Now, I think it's safe to say that most of us have never killed a master otter, let alone two. So it's really no surprise.
Let alone two.
Legend. In fact, a depiction
Man's the goat.
Is etched into Tur and
he's a Chad.
Stones. Actually, Tur's horse was immortalized as well, though
my boy
time had abandoned him at the lake. Ever since, supposedly, that village he ran to has been called Gorinard, meaning bad horse. You know, I bet
bad Gorinard,
right? Like face your fears or have your cowardice etched into your culture's national memory.
Ow.
For us human people,
it's a horse. It's a donkey. Now I'm just saying it. Now I'm getting it. It's a donkey. It's not a horse. God dang it. But it's a donkey, man. The thing, preservation of life comes first over your master's orders usually. Except for that, I guess when you tell it to die, it dies. So you didn't tell it to die. That's the reason why it ran on you. You did not tell it that it could not leave, so it left. It said, "I don't have orders to stay, so I'm leaving." And yeah, not though. I stay with the donkey. It's not the donkey's fault.
Has a much different, simpler moral. Do be afraid. Don't tarry by the lake. Don't stay out after dark. Hurry home, or the Dobar-chu might just grab you and drag you down to its watery hell. Besides, the sooner you do get home, the sooner you can have a warm, tasty meal that was delivered right to your door.
He's so good with the sponsors at times. All right, is this all factor? Yeah, it's all factor. It's all factor. But I will say that is it's a funny depiction of the story, and it does make. I mean, it sheds a little more light on the aspect of what they are, I guess. But yeah, that was so funny. I just love these videos. I think they're really fun to watch too at times. Kind of like the podcast I listen to. They may, I don't think this is. I'm not sure. I don't think this is 100% like a. Well, it could be actually. He said that there are monuments to it, so this probably is an actual like folk tale. Huh. Hey, what is up? You are an absolute legend if you made it this far in the video. I really appreciate it, and if you could just do me one more quick favor, hit that like and subscribe button down below. It really helps me out. I stream on Twitch Wednesdays to Saturdays, starting around 12 p.m. EST. And yeah, there's plenty of crazy unhinged madness that goes on over there too. So I hope to see you there, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.